What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today's Expanded Thursday. For those who don't know, this weekend is actually the first tournament of, or I guess the first big tournament of the new season, and that is Regionals. It's in Arizona. Yeah, I think it's Arizona, and it's expanded. So going into this weekend, I'm gonna cover the, I think personally what the best deck going into, I think this is the best deck in expanded current right now. It has answers to everything. I think it's really good. It has all the different techs, and that is the Yveltal, Archeops, Gallade, Darkrai. It's like Dark Toolbox with Maxies, like Dark Maxies box. I don't know what you call it. It has a bunch of different names. People just call it Yveltal, Archeops. People know what you're talking about. It could be Darkrai, Archeops. Dark Toolbox, I'm not sure the official name of it, but it's Darkrai, Yveltal, Yveltal-EX, Archeops, Gallade, Jirachi, Shaymin, Mewtwo, Keldeo. Yes, I know that's a crazy amount of Pokemon, but everybody works in their own spot, and this deck is really good. As you see, there's a bunch of one-ofs, and, oh man, it's so good. It's a really, really good deck. So if you're not testing this out for Regionals, make sure you watch this video and learn about what this deck is. But if you're not going this weekend to Regionals, I don't know this stream, but if there is a stream, I promise you'll see this deck almost everywhere, at least some kind of form of this deck. So let's go over and let's see what it's about. We're just going to go one by one for each Pokemon and see what they're about. So we have one Darkrai. For Dark Explorers with Night Spirit does 90 and 30 to a bench, and it has Dark Cloak, which makes any of your Pokemon that has Dark Energy free retreat, which is great. Obviously give all your Pokemon free retreat, and Night Spirit is really good. 90 and 30 can two-shot EXs and help set up knockouts later on for that 30 damage, which is really nice. Next up is the new breakthrough Darkrai. We've seen this in multiple decks like Darkrai Giratina, straight Darkrai, and stuff like that. But Dark Pulse does 20, and then 20 more damage to each Dark Energy attached to all your Pokemon, and the Darkrai does 80. We don't really play any things that make your opponent sleep, so we won't worry about the second effect. Next up, we still play one Yveltal for Oblivion. It's still really good. 30 attach a Dark from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. And Dark Display at 100. Blood Coin tells this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. We have the Fright Night Yveltal, which is probably one of the best attackers in the game. It has Pitch Black Spirit, does 60 and 60, but all you need is a Dark and a DC, which is still really easy to do. You can actually get this out in one turn with Dark Patch and DC, which is really cool. But Fright Night is a great ability as well, which makes it where no tools in play have no effect, which is really amazing, okay? So, we play two Yveltal EX because the Yveltal is just really broken. It does 20 and then 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon. And Y-Cycle can do 90 and move energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. One Archeops, which can shut down evolution, so that way you can be like Greninja, Trevenant, and anything that can evolve. Each player can't evolve from their hand, which is pretty cool. There we go. One Gallade, which is a really good attacker. It gets the mirror match as well. Premonition, look at top 5 and rearrange any order. And Sensitive Blade 60 and does 30 if you play the supporter card during your turn. Which, if your opponent's playing a Darkrai, you can take a knockout because you are weak to fighting. It does 300 damage to it. One Jirachi for Stellar Guidance, start your deck for any supporter card. One Shaymin to help set up to draw 6 cards in your hand. One Mewtwo as well, which is a new addition to this deck. I'm not 100% sure if I'm like it. Sometimes I cut the second Mewtwo for another Darkrai from this guy. This Darkrai is really, really good, especially late game when you have a ton of Darks on the field. But Mewtwo is good if you're playing against the mirror match. If you're playing against the mirror match and your opponent gets Gallade out and they swing, swing with Sensitive Blade, it's really hard to knock it out. But you can drop a Mewtwo DC'd in 20, 40, 60, 80 times 2 with X-Ball because it does 20 times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon and the defending Pokemon, which can knock out a Gallade, which is really cool, and that's why it's in the deck. And one Keldeo for the Russian effect. Russian switches from your bench to the active, and that's all the Pokemon you play. It is a 1-1-1-1-2-2-1-1-1-1-1. Yes, I know it's a lot of one, but I promise everyone has their place in this deck, and it's really, really good. Alright, so 3 Battle Compressor, discard 3 cards out of your deck. 1 Computer Search to grab any card out of your deck if you discard 2 cards from your hand. 4 Dark Patch, which is pretty much the MVP of the deck. Attach a basic Dark Energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Dark Pokemon, and you can power up your Dark Pokemon out of nowhere, which is why I love Dark Patch. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker. Pretty much stapled all decks. Now here comes the crazy supporter line. 1 AZ to return 1 Pokemon to your hand, but you have to discard all cards attached to it, which can pick up a damaged Pokemon. Maybe somebody gets stuck in the act spot for some odd reason, like your opponent plays like a Silent Lab, you don't have a way to counter it, or maybe they play Garbodor, you don't have a way to get rid of it at that moment. You can just AZ return a Pokemon back into your hand. 1 Colress, because you're going to have a full bench, and usually your opponent has a full bench as well. 1 Delinquent to discard a standard card to play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from their hand. And a lot of people don't realize, but they put their hand down to the low hand size, like 32 cards, and then you can delinquent them, put them down to 0, and now they might be stuck. They might be just stuck there because they don't have anything in their hand, which is really good. One Ghetsis, which is great turn 1. Your opponent reveals their hand, and all item cards found there. Oh my goodness, sorry. And shuffle all their item cards found there into their deck. Then you draw the number of cards equal to the number of item cards your opponent shuffled back into the deck. And if you don't know, item cards are like Ultra Ball, VS Seeker, Trainers Mail, Dark Patch, Computer Search, Compressor, Tools. Stadiums are not item cards, but Tools and all these item cards are great. And a lot of people, as you see, like we play 4-4-4-4. These are the main cards that we play in our deck. 3 Battle Compressor, and if you can turn 1 Ghetsis, you can sometimes just like lock your opponent out forever. 1 Lysandre, bring a Pokemon off the bench. 2 Maxies. You can only play this when there's the last card in your hand, but that's how we're gonna get our Archeops and the Gallade. 1 in, 2 Juniper, 1 Parallel City to put your opponent down to 3, and your Pokemon do 20 less damage if they're grass, fire, or water, which we're not worried about. Or you put your side down to 3, and you can discard stuff that you don't want to get knocked out. Now, 1 Silent Lab, which might seem really weird, because you know, we're playing Keldeo with the Russian effect. We're playing Darkrai with the Dark Cloak. We're playing Shaymin and Jirachi. But you gotta remember, you gotta notice that we're playing 2 Float Stones to help give our Pokemon free retreat. So sometimes Silent Lab's not even needed. Their ability is not even needed. You get a Silent Lab retreat between different Pokemon, which is really cool. And sometimes you can Silent Lab early enough and make your opponent kind of a bad situation. Like if you get to Silent Lab and your opponent can't counter that and they top deck a Shaymin, your opponent's gonna be really mad at you. 2 Fighting Free Belts, so your base Pokemon have 40 more HP and then 10 more damage. 2 Float Stones get Pokemon free retreat. 4 DC and 7 Dark Energies. And there you go, guys. This is the Dark Toolbox deck. You can go on and on. There's so many different variations of the deck and so many ways you can play it. But I think every one of these guys is really good. The combos might switch between different people. Some people might not play 2 Yveltal-EXs. Some people might play Mewtwo. Some people might play Mr. Mime, so you beat the Fright Knight or the Pitchbox Spear stuff. But if you're playing against Pitchbox Spear, what you could do is just Parallel City down the Pokemon they've hit off the bench, which is pretty cool. And it's a really, really good deck. If you haven't tested it, make sure you test it. It's going to be one of the biggest decks going to this weekend. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And I recorded 2 games really quick. I'm really busy this couple days. Work has been really killing me. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I hope I did get 2 good games, and you can see why this deck is #1 going into this weekend and why I think it's the best play. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's finally see the deck in action. Alright, putting against LRGG, playing a Steel, Psychic, Lightning, and a Fighting deck. A bunch of different colors. And let's see, what is our opponent playing here? What will the coin flip be? That is the big question, guys. Alright, so we lost the coin flip. We'll be going second. But maybe we'll somehow get that turn 1 attack off thanks to Dark Patches and attaching for the turn. And maybe Float Stone as well. So let's see what's going to happen. There's a Darkrai and another Darkrai. Alright, so I'm going to put this Darkrai in the axe spot. We could maybe get Archeops out. Put down Darkrai, put down the other Darkrai. We could get a huge Dark Pulse this turn. Usually you don't put down too many EXs, but I think we'll be fine right now. So press done, and let's see what they're playing. Maybe it's some kind of fighting deck, and okay, it's Night March. Alright, so it's Night March. We'll Trainers Mail. Okay, so we'll grab Ghetsis. Alright, so we're going to get that turn 1 Ghetsis, which is great. Maybe my opponent will have a bad hand. So let's play Ghetsis, and there's a Trainers Mail, Ultra Ball, Dimension Valley, DC, and 2 Pumpkaboos. Alright, so that's going to shuffle the cards back to your deck. We'll Float Stone the active, Dark Energy this guy, and do we, no, we'll just end our turn right now to our opponent's turn. So we know they have a DC, Dimension Valley, 2 Pumpkaboos. They just drew a card. And this is the good thing about Ghetsis. Like, turn 1 Ghetsis could destroy your opponent. And let's see, will it stick or not? There's a Pumpkaboo hit the field. Okay. And does it want to have anything else or not? Now, we could maybe get a Silent Lab, but no, they have Dimension Valley in their hand. Alright, so on our turn, we'll get an Yveltal. We'll Trainers Mail. We'll grab an Ultra Ball. Alright, and with the Ultra Ball, we will discard Archeops and the Yveltal. Okay. I guess I should have waited. That could be really good. We grab Mewtwo, maybe. And then we're gonna just a regular Yveltal. That seems good. Yeah, grab the Yveltal. Put that down. Trainers Mail. Let's see what's in our deck. We'll grab Compressor. And with Compressor, we can discard Gallade. Discard a Dark. Alright, we'll discard 1 Dark. And then probably Delinquent. That seems good because we can Delinquent our opponent, maybe get a bad hand. So we'll discard those 3. We'll play a Juniper, discard our head, draw 70 cards. We need to find a Dark or something. There's a Dark Patch. Alright, and a Dark. So we'll put a Dark on this guy. We'll Dark Patch to the Yveltal on the bench. and we will just a bluing for the knockouts. But that there, retreat into the Yveltal, and let's just a bluing for 30 damage and knock another jolting. And now opponent's in a bad situation. Remember, they have two, what is it? They have two DCE, Pumpkaboo, Dimension Valley, okay? And here goes Pumpkaboo. We know they have another one in their hands. Onto our opponent's turn to see what's going to happen. Now, if we can somehow get out like a Gallade next turn, that'd be really great. But nope, just another pass. Onto our turn. We get an Ultra Ball. Okay, we get an Ultra Ball. So we'll Trainers Mail. Grab Maxie's. Yeah, so grab Maxie's. We'll put down the Silent Lab. We know they have Dimension Valley in their hand already, so put down Silent Lab. Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We'll grab a Keldeo. Okay. Put down Keldeo. Put down Shaymin. Use no setup. We have Silent Lab either way. Put down Dark, and we'll Maxie's. So we can get lucky with that Maxie's, I'm not gonna lie to you. So we'll grab the Gallade, get a new hand of 5, and now we're pretty good to go. We got a Dark Patch we can't really use, but we'll believing for 60 damage, knocking out that Pokeball. Alright, so we're looking good. Press it done. And let's see what happens. Go down 4 prize cards, and what does opponent top deck? Man, that Ghetsis is just sticking. Like, opponent had Ultra Ball, they had Trainers with it, everything they wanted to do. Another card comes into their hand, and can they find a supporter card or not? Or will these be bad for opponent? Like, right now, they have 2 Night Marchers. They can't really do that much, which is great. And will we win this game or not? There's an Ultra Ball. Oh, they top deck an Ultra Ball, but Silent Lab's in play, but they have another Dimension Valley in their hand. It looks like they have another Pokeball as well. There's a Shaymin coming down into their hand, okay? Alright, guys, and there we go. So my opponent is going to top deck out of this. We know they have a Dimension Valley and a Vintage Screen. Oh my goodness, they only have 1 Dimension Valley? Oh yeah, so they discarded their Dimension Valley, and they made a huge misplay there, and they had no way to use that Shaymin. Oh man, I thought they had 2 Dimension Valleys, but it was 2 Pokemoons, and they discarded that Dimension Valley. I'm pretty sure that's what they discarded, and there you go, guys. I mean, regardless, we were up 2 price cards. We could have used Darkrai, maybe. The Darkrai, the Breakpoint Darkrai is ready to go. We could maybe use the Gallade as well to take a knockout. We could have Parallel City, get rid of the Shaymin if we wanted to. Maybe the Keldeo if we wanted to do that. But there you go, guys. We'll see one more game with the Dark deck here in a second, and we'll see what happens. You can see why Ghetsis is so good against Night March, because turn 1 Ghetsis is pretty much just win the game from there. But let's see what happens in the next game. Alright, putting against Aiden Crane playing an all Psychic deck. So this could be Trevenant. But if it's Trevenant, they're not playing Shaymin or anything like that, which is kind of weird if they are playing that. Now they could be playing like Wobbuffet and Mewtwo. Maybe it's Gengar. They have a Gengar coin, a Gengar deck box. Ooh, it could be Gengar. But we're playing all dark, which hits for weakness, which is not good for my opponent. And we lost coin flip, so we'll be going second. And let's see, is it a Trevenant deck or not? That's the only thing I can really think of and expand, and that's really popular with Psychic. Alright, unless it's Mewtwo, but it's Mewtwo. We have our own Mewtwo, which could maybe help us out. There's Darkrai, Battle Compressor, Ultra Ball. We actually can get a turn 1 Maxie's off, which is pretty cool. So let's send the Darkrai, okay? Because we can Ultra Ball, discard Lysandre or whatever, see what's in our deck, Compressor, discard some stuff, and we'll press it done. Yeah, we have it no matter what we top deck. Alright, so there is a Channeler and a SPR. Alright, so this guy is weak to Dark, and this guy is weak to Psychic, okay? I'm not really worried about either one of these, but guys, you can see how good this deck is going to be right now in a second, and we'll probably, like, end up... Oh man, like probably destroying this guy. But there's a Love Ball. Gonna search straight for the Pokemon, or any Pokemon 90 HP or less. There's a Routes coming down, and yeah, this is not looking good for my opponent from the start. There's a Routes coming down, okay? Alright, but we're first to show off this deck for sure and see how good it is. Alrighty. There's a Skylark. Gonna search their deck for any trainer card. Is that what it is? Yeah, any trainer card. Yep. Gonna get a Love Ball. They can Love Ball for maybe another Routes. Okay, Love Ball. We could get out. Ooh, we can get out Archeops and like just totally shut down my opponent, make it where they can't use their Gardevoirs, which is pretty funny. Unless they have, yeah, no Curly. Okay, yeah, we can just get straight Archeops out and win next turn, which is pretty good. So Psychic Energy deactive. We'll probably see a pass, most likely. All right, so on our turn, we get a Ultra Ball. Okay, so we'll Float Stone the active. We will Ultra Ball, discard a Lysandre and an Ultra Ball. Okay. And with this, we'll see what's in our deck, okay? So, let's see. There's Archeops and Gallade, okay? Is Maxie's in here? Yeah, Maxie's in here as well. So, I'm gonna grab... Oh, no, okay, no, there's a Darkrai I want to grab. So, yeah, we'll grab this Darkrai. We'll put it down. I guess we could get Yveltal. That might have been a little bit better to grab. But Compressor, and with Compressor, we'll discard a Gallade. No, Archeops. We're going to go for Archeops, right? So, Archeops, Dark. Wait, is Maxie's in here? Oh, Max, okay, there we go. We'll discard those three, so that's three good cards to discard. We'll Trainers Mail, look at top cards of our deck. We won't grab anything, and then we'll via Seeker for a Maxie's and get that turn 1 Archeops into play. Now, this is there's some kind of evolution deck, like maybe Trevenant. You can see why it's so good. You can shut down your opponent in the first turn, and we'll get a new hand of 6. There's a DC and a DC, so put a DC on this guy, just retreat, and we'll just attack this turn. Dark Pulse will only do 40 damage, but hey, at least it's something, right? So, 40 damage. Alright, so on our opponent's turn, let's see what's going to happen. They can't evolve anymore. We have Archeops in play, which shuts down from evolving from their hand, which is great for us. Now, they could, Evo Soda, so Psychic Energy is deactive, okay. We could put down Jirachi next turn, look for an in. There's a Dimension Value that can use Eerie Glow, Purn, and Confuse. Oh, that could be really funny. And Professor Burst Observation, going to shuffle the hand, that gets, okay, only get 4 because that was a Tails, okay. An Alakazam coming down, okay, alright, I like it. And there's the Eerie Glow for 60 or 50 damage because we're resistant. So heads we do don't take any damage from burn. Alright, so on our turn we get a Maxie. So Jirachi. Alright, well your Stellar Guidance. We'll grab a in to get a new hand. Is Keldeo in here? Well, Keldeo is not in here, okay, so that's kinda bad for us. Okay, Keldeo's right there. What I'm talking about. Keldeo is staring right in my face. So we'll grab it in. We'll get in for new hand of 6. Let's see what can we find with this guy. Alright, there's Delinquent, Dark Patch. Okay. So we can double, okay, we can Compressor, and with Compressor we can discard a Gallade. Dark. And maybe not another Dark. Let's do a Colress. That seems good, discard those. We will Dark Patch number 1. Put a Dark Energy on the Darkrai. We'll Dark Patch number 2. Put energy on the Darkrai. Put a DC on it. Retreat the active and take a knockout this turn. See how it retreats the Darkrai. And we will take a knockout. Do 180 damage to that Chandelier. We'll do Night Spear for 90 and 30 to this route. So next turn we can't take a knockout on it. There's 180 and 30 going to that guy. We'll go down to 4 prize cards. So 1 to 2. We get a Shaymin and a Dark Energy. Alrighty. So that was a great turn right there. So here comes Alakazam. Ultra our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. They could use Kinesis to put... Well, they actually can't because Archeops one time making where they can't evolve from their hand. So that's really good. Psychic Energy deactive. We'll see Professor Burst Observation. And once again, you can see how strong Archeops here. We're just shutting down Mega Alakazam. Now, I know we're just playing kind of like a weird, like, not weird, but some kind of different deck. And you can see we're shutting down his Gardevoir. We're shutting down his Mega Alakazam. We're hitting for weakness. There's suppression. Gonna do 30 to the active. Okay. And... yeah, okay, so we'll put a Dark Energy to this guy. We will via Seeker for a Colress, because we actually get more cards out of that. I guess we can maybe Shaymin set up. Yeah, we'll Shaymin set up for some more cards, okay? And let's see, can we find a Dark Energy, or Dark Patch? Wait, do we have any Dark Energy discard piles? We don't. Okay, so we can Colress now for 6. We'll Ultra Ball, discard Ghetsis and Delinquent. And we'll grab a Keldeo to get that rush and retreat effect if we need to later on. So we'll grab Keldeo. I guess we're maybe grab Yveltal, but Keldeo sometimes, whatever. So of course, get a new hand of 7. Yep. There's a Dark Energy. Okay. So put a Dark Energy. Oh, we already attached turn. Sorry. Alright. So yeah, we'll just Night Spear for 90. 30 for this guy. Take a knock on the routes. Okay. So go down to 3 prize cards. Alrighty. So there we go. We get a Dark Patch, okay. Can we take a... Can't really use Dark Patch right now because we have no Dark Energy discard pile, but we can Dark Energy this guy, use Dark Pulse for 20, 40, 60, 80, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 110, which, I mean, knocks out the active regardless, 90 or 30, but we can start pounding this bitch guy, put a Dark Energy to this guy, if it takes a knockout, we get Dark Patch on it, but I'm really not that scared, like, Expression's not that really great. I guess we could put down a Silent Lab just to get rid of the Dimension Value, that's just me. Not thinking correctly. We already have Float Stone on the active, which is really good. Maybe play Parallel City, bump the Jirachi and Shaymin could be good for us as well. Like, you can see how, like, this deck, like, works. Like, you have all these different options. It's really cool. Alright, so we see Psychic Energy going to the active. We see Ninja Boy. Going to swap out the Alakazam for somebody else. Let's see what does our opponent decide to get out with this guy. Let's see what does our opponent get out with this. And here comes a Mewtwo. Alright, so Mewtwo will come up in 20, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. It's all they're doing. But regardless, we still can just Night Spear for the knockout. It has 80 HP left. So X-Ball will not even knock because that'll do 100 damage. Alright, so on our turn, We get a Dark Energy, put a Dark Energy to this guy. We're just gonna free retreat actually to this guy. And just Dark Pulse for the knockout. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, 100. Oh, actually, short. Oh, we're at 109. I thought it was like 110. I was like, oh my goodness. I thought it was at 60 for 1 second. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, but Trainers Mail, Darkrai, or Yveltal. On to our opponent's turn. Can we take a knockout next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 damage. I don't know if we can. We have to hit an Ultra Ball, discard Dark. It might be possible. 1, 2, okay, Lysandre, bring up the Archeops. We don't care about that too much. We can just retreat it, or we can rush and retreat. And there is a evolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon, put the highest evolution back into your hand. Well, he's not evolved Pokemon, so that doesn't matter. So with Trainers Mail, looking for an Ultra Ball. Okay, there's an AZ. We'll grab the AZ, sure. We'll put a Dark Energy on Keldeo, and we'll via Seeker for a Colress. Well, let's go for Ghetsis. Let's just see what's in our opponent's deck. Or in our hand, right? Let's just go for Ghetsis. Shuffle those 4 cards maybe back into their deck. So yeah, let's play Ghetsis. Anniversary coming out. And all we could have done is rush in, retreat, Night Spear, maybe Dark Balls. Either way, it would have been fine. And there you go, guys. But you can see how good of deck this is. Like round 1, we play against Night March. We did our thing with Ghetsis, our opponent down to barely any cards. And we're good to go from there. In that game, we showed off how good of a deck this is. Like how versatile it is. And depending on the situation, you can attack with different Pokemon. Now, the only Pokemon we really didn't show off was Fright Night. But Fright Night is amazing as well. I mean, we know how good Yveltal-EX is. We've seen that multiple times. But I mean, this deck's really good. If you've never seen it before, I promise there's multiple videos of this on my channel. I just had to make a video about it. Like, it's probably the strongest deck going to regionals this weekend. If you're going to go, make sure you're checking out this deck. I think it's the best deck going to regionals. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.